Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine's been not bad, I have to say. Last week I didn't do kind of a Friday Reads video. I did my Amish in April wrap up, so hopefully you've seen it and you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed participating. So yeah, that was good. And this month I am doing Middle Grade Me, and this is hosted by Elizabeth Tyree at Soul Stain Dink, and Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm sure there are another two people that are hosting as well, but I'm afraid I've forgotten who they are, so I apologise. I think one is Storm from Storm Reads, I think. Don't quote me on that. So I've been reading some middle grade as well this week, which has been good. What else have I done this week? I'll get on to the books later on. I met one of my friends for lunch, and then we went and did some shopping, which was lovely. It was just really nice to be out and about and spending time with her. Then I went back. I went out with my dad on Wednesday because he did some computer stuff he needed to get sorted, and then we went and had a wee look at a couple of cars because I'm thinking of changing my car. So to that end, it got a good wash this week, and I've actually just come back from our local petrol station where they have one of these really heavy duty vacuum cleaners. So I've just cleaned the car and vacuumed it. It looks an awful lot better. It's still not perfect because although I don't have my other half's dog in the car that much, when he is there, I mean, there's dog hair, there is sand, and it's like, oh my goodness, it's like, how the heck? I'd have to go with tweezers and just pick them out one by one, and I'm afraid I'm not prepared to do that, no. But it looks an awful lot cleaner than it does, so that's good. So hopefully, ideally within the next couple of months, I would love to have a newer car to me. It won't be brand new. I mean, I saw a brand new Honda Jazz when I was out. And I mean, it's got all the bells and whistles you could possibly want, but I don't need all the bells and whistles. There are just certain things I want in my car. So I'd rather go second hand because I'm just not prepared to put myself in financial difficulty. So I can be zooming around in a brand new car. No, not my idea of a good time, I'm afraid. So for those of people that can afford brand new cars, brilliant, go for it. But not for me. So my start of middle grade May has been pretty good, I have to say. I started off by going back to a very old favourite of mine, The School at the Chalet by Elinor and Brent Dyer. If for those of you that don't know about the Chalet School, this is a series, and it's a long series. I think there's 68 books in total. Plus people are now writing fill-ins, which is fantastic. So these books started, when was this one published? I think it was first published in 1925. Okay. This edition was published in 1988. So I've got 1988 edition. So these books are brilliant. I love them. The first sort of part of the series starts in Austria, in a little village above Innsbruck called I can't remember, right, okay, the lake is Lake Achensee. So if you know that, if you look on your maps, there's Lake Achensee, there's I honestly can't remember the real names of the places, I'm sorry. But that's where the first part of this series is set. They then move to Guernsey, then to England, then to Wales, and then they move to the Swiss Alps. So they move around, and the first sort of the Austrian part is before the Second World War. Okay, so in the first book we meet Madge and her brother Dick, Bethany, and their younger sister Joey. And they are not very financially stable because their parents have died ages ago. So basically Madge and Dick have been bringing up Joey. Now Joey, whichever way people want to call her, she had pleural pneumonia, so she's quite a delicate child. but she doesn't like being delicate, does our Jo. She's like, I want to do everything everybody else does. And their guardian has died, and he made some very bad financial decisions, so there's not exactly a lot of money for the kids. And Dick works for the Forestry Commission but out in India, but he can't take the two girls with him. Madge and Dick, I think, are in their early 20s. So Madge decides that she's going to open a school, but she's going to open it in the Austrian Tyrol at Lake Achensee. And she thinks, start off with just, say, maybe 4 or 5 kids. But she gets more than that. And in the first book, you see them sort of setting up the school, you see the school growing. There are various incidents that happen. The kids all want to be, because it's an English school, they all want to do English things, like do pranks and stuff like that. So it's really well set up. The characters I really like. I mean, Madge is a good character, so is Joey. I love Jo. I think she's such a fun character. And the various other sort of Austrian girls you meet, American girls. It is, it's a very, very good series. And as I say, it will take you through for 68 books. But it is well worth starting if you can get your hands on it. So from there, I read The Frozen Sea by Piers, Torday. This is the second book. I didn't realise there was one before it. And it's an interesting premise. There's this young girl who knows that she's adopted, and by this lady Patricia. And Patricia's younger sister has been missing for a while. And Patricia also has two brothers. And something happened to them in their childhood, which is government classified. But Jewel is being bullied at school by these boys, and one day she runs away from them, and she runs into this bookshop. But there's nobody in the bookshop. Okay, the door is unlocked, but there's nobody there. And she just browses around, and she's a pet hamster who lives in her pocket. And this book suddenly falls off a shelf and opens, and it looks like an atlas. So she starts sort of flicking through the pages, and then she falls through the book, and she ends up in this world called Folio. And her hamster can speak in Folio. But Folio is not all that it seems. And she finds her aunt, but her aunt has announced that she's not well, and that she's coming back to her to her normal world. But before she can do that, she's kidnapped. And basically Jewel is sent on a quest by the Folio Librarian to find her mother. And it's all the things that happen to her on her quest. It was well written. I liked the character. I liked Jewel. She was really good. She's like, you could believe that she's like this, young, so maybe 10, 11, 12-year-old girl who's like, she wants to know more about herself and who she really is, etc. I loved that her hamster could speak. He was so funny. He really was good. And yeah, I really, really liked this. It was a good read, and one that I would recommend. So that's kind of what I was reading. What am I reading now? I've started the latest Krista Davis I got as an e-arc. I think it's called The Diva Says Cheesecake, and so it's a cozy mystery, and I am really enjoying it. It's a good read so far. I don't want to say very much about it. It is a NetGalley, so I will be doing a review. And then last night I started Property of the Rebel Librarian by Allison, Varnes. I've got to chapter 6 so far. Really enjoying it, but this girl she's 12 years old, and she comes home one day, and her parents are really angry because they found a book that they don't think that she should be reading, and basically they decide that the school librarian needs to go, and that books that have certain things in them, there's a decree goes out in the school that you're not allowed to read these kind of books. So that's as far as I've got. And you know, June is absolutely distraught, and you know, she's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? So I look forward to seeing where this one goes. So that's kind of what I'm going to be reading this weekend. I have got a little bit of a book haul for you. So I've heard a number of people speak about this series, and I decided that for middle grade May it would be a really good one. I'm actually going to be buddy reading it with Beth from Soul Stained Ink. So it's Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it sounds a really good story, and I'm you know, as I say, I've heard really good things. I'm looking forward to reading it. Then I won a really nice giveaway on Instagram from the lovely publishers called Chocolate, and they gave me 3 Hannah Pearl books plus some chocolate, so that was good. So the first one I got was Daisy's Christmas Gift Shop. I've already read this, and I'm going to gift it to one of my friends. I then got Evie's Little Black Book by Hannah Pearl, and Daisy's Summer Mission by Hannah Pearl. So this is the continuation of Daisy's story from the first book. So I got those. I'm looking forward to them. I've got now getting a wee stack of books I want to read during the summer. And then this is another book that I have heard so many things about, and or the series, and I thought I'm going to give it a go, and that is the Bromance Book Club by Lyssa K. Adams. I am so looking forward to this. This is the first of the series, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. I think it's going to be a fun read. So that's kind of my little book haul for this video. I have ordered more books. Yes, I went on an ordering spree. So yeah, there's certain books that I wanted. Oh, I've got book tokens. So I'm not actually spending my own money, which is quite nice. I'm spending book tokens as gifts that people have given me, so that's brilliant. I have still got some more to come in, so they will sort of trickle in over the next couple of months because some of them were pre-orders, which is great. But yeah, my TBR pile, my physical TBR pile now stands, I think, about 35, if not more. I would like to get that down to 0 by Christmas, I have to say, and I think hopefully I will do. We'll just wait and see. You know, I'm not going to put major pressure on myself, but at the moment I'm sort of averaging out about 15 books a month, so I think it's a doable goal. So yeah, so what else am I going to be doing this weekend? Well, this weekend I think it's quarterfinals of European Championship and Challenge Cup rugby, so I'm going to be watching rugby this weekend. Might try and do a wee bit more to tidy up the car, maybe give it a wash inside, like the steering wheel and all of that. Just try and do that just to sort of make it look nice and clean. But apart from that, I've got kind of no other plans. It's, you know, I've started a cardigan. I started crocheting myself a cardigan, so I may do some work on that. I've got 20 rows done of the back, so it'd be quite nice to maybe do some more of that. And once it becomes more apparent as to what it is, I may let you see it. But it's my first time actually making myself like a garment like this, so it's like, it's a new challenge for me, which is nice. But that's it for this video, friends. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you like. Please let me know, have you read any of the books that I have mentioned? If so, what did you think of them? No spoilers, please, if I haven't read them. What are you reading at the moment? Are you participating in middle grade May? And if you are, what are you reading? And what are your plans for the weekend? I'd really love to know. But until my next video, friends, stay safe and happy reading. Bye.